Hello, everyone. This is Emmanuel, Chief Healing Officer of Inside Out Institute, certified emotion code and body code practitioner. So glad you guys are all here. It is November 24th, 2020, and today is a cloudy day. So I don't know what you guys, how your weather is out there. Definitely drop down in the comments section where you guys are dialing in from. Maybe share what you're grateful for because we are coming to Thanksgiving. And I know I'm grateful for the food that I'm about to eat that I have no idea what my wife's mom's gonna make, but I just know she always makes the best stuff. So have no worries there really. So feel free again just to dial in and share where you're dialing in from and what's one thing you're grateful for, and then we will get started. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay too. If you guys can put in the comments section if you guys can hear me okay, and we will get started in just a little bit. We're just going to give it 1 minute. Thanks, guys, for waiting patiently. Appreciate it. Oh, we got Candy there. Hey, Candy, how's it going? All right, so let's see. Let's just keep waiting here. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see my comments there. Hey, Sharon, how's it going? All right, grateful for you too, Candy. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's get started here. I'm definitely looking for a volunteer. Specifically, I like to work with people again, and I sound kind of annoying, but I'm always looking for someone that's kind of brand new that maybe hasn't experienced the emotion code, body code, because I feel like there's so many people that have experienced it. Now, obviously, if they haven't experienced, if they've experienced it before, but maybe they haven't worked with like a professional practitioner, that could be something I can lean towards as well. Because not every practitioner is created equal. Really, I've been fortunate enough to because I found my passion. I didn't consider it a hobby ever since I read the emotion code. I really took it seriously. Like I went out there and I really wanted to make a difference. I wanted to help a lot of people. I didn't know how many people I was going to help out in a week. I didn't even think I could make a career out of this. I just thought I'm like, hey, an extra $500 would be great. That's really how I started. And so, but then noticing that it could be a very lucrative career, I got kind of excited. But I just loved getting all the reviews and people like seeing changes. That to me is what keeps me up at night and makes me want to wake up early. And so, yeah, doing really great, Sharon. Thank you for asking. And for some reason, if you can't tag someone, I know like Kenny, for example, you tag somebody, and if it doesn't light up, it means they're probably not here. Like you don't, you need to like invite them to the group. I'm telling a lot of the Inside Out Institute people to go ahead and invite as many of your friends and family on here because you never know, I might be able to meet with them. So and hey, Ro, how's it going? Got my sis right here. Awesome. A lot of cool people here. And thanks again for sharing. And all I'm asking for people to do is if you can share this with two people, tag two people, share it on your wall with two people. I would really appreciate that. That's one of the requirements to be a volunteer. And then we will get started. So once you've shared it with two people, feel free to write comment just shared, and then I will pick on someone random, and you guys, then I'll be able to do a session for you. Okay, we'll get started. Okay, so we have Sharon who has shared. Okay, got that. Yeah, let's see here. I think, okay. Okay, so give me a couple seconds here. I'm gonna try to figure out who I want to work with here. Let's see. I'm going to give you guys 1 more minute, just 1 more minute for you guys to share, and then I will pick people at random here. We also have Melissa Busker. Okay. Thank you, Ro, for sharing. Appreciate that. Um, honestly, here's a statement I'm going to make, and I'm just going to just say these are facts, okay? Is just that women rule the world. It is time for women to rise, feminine energy to rise. We all know where the masculine energy has led us to. Look all around you. It's just prevalent. The symptoms of the male energy are prevalent in society now, and I think it's time we turn it over to women. So I'm all for it. Women president, women in the UN, women whatever, to handle international relations, whatever we need to do. We need more women in power. People who are open to express their emotions, people who are willing to heal, people that are willing to heal others. We need that female energy to rise. That way, this world can be healed. And I'm gonna get off my pulpit now before some males attack me horribly and inbox me horrible things. But I just needed to share that with everyone. So I'm glad you guys are all here. But I really, honestly, women make the world. If I were to start the world all over again, or let's just say that the world goes into complete demolition and everything is falling apart, I would find all the mothers or single mothers and build an army, and I would probably create another amazing society with the Constitution attached to it. So there's my prophecy. I know that would happen very quickly, having women involved. That's my opinion there. So I will hold on to my opinion, and I think Todd would, if he was here, he would back me up on it too. Todd would be like, you know what? Women are very powerful people, and they need to rise up, and I think energy healing is allowing that to happen. So, okay, cool. So let's get started here. All right, so let me just check one thing real quick here. Okay, so I'm getting kind of let's work with Sharon. Sharon, are you there? Let me know if you can hear me okay. In fact, if you want, let me see if I can get my phone real quick. Hopefully Sharon's still here, but that's the person that I should work with real quick. And I just need some information from Sharon, that way we can move forward. But I know sometimes the Facebook is kind of delayed, the live healing, the comments. Yeah, maybe you can, this is what we'll do here. Sharon, if you can do me a small favor and just kind of stay very close to you and the phone. That way we can get the questions answered pretty quickly. Then let's make it happen, okay? So first of all, how young are you? That's the first question. And then let's see what we could do. If you could do me a small favor, let's work with pain first, and then we'll do something to do with abundance afterwards. So everyone send some love to Sharon. Let her know that you guys care about her. Send some good vibes, and let's go ahead and just take 10 seconds real quick. We'll just kind of ask for some help from the universe, creator, God, however you want to say it. Let's just take 10 seconds real quick and ask for some help that this session's inspired, and then we'll just jump right into it. Okay, perfect. So what we'll do is this. Let me actually see. Yeah, so why don't I do this, if you're okay with this, Sharon, just to make this more interesting, is why don't I'll Facebook call you, okay? And then that way I can hear you live, you can and then everyone can hear you, if that's okay. That way we can really start moving this thing forward and do a really good session. Are you okay with that? Let me know if that's okay with you. And then that way I'll just put you on speakerphone and everyone can hear you. But then I'll still be using the graph so everyone can see where I'm going with you and stuff like that. Okay, cool. All right, so let's see. Okay, here we go.
Hi there.
Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Awesome. All right. I think this will be a lot faster. We can just do a session here, and that way everyone hears your voice, and we're moving pretty quickly. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so let me know real quick if you can stand up real quick and just kind of like move your neck around, shoulders, lower back, hip area. I always like to work on pain just for like a quick 5 minutes and see if maybe we can reduce it down a little bit. Um, and everyone has some area where they feel tension or tightness, right? So where is it for you? Where do you feel that tension, tightness?
Probably my shoulders the
Shoulders.
most.
Okay,
Shoulders and back.
shoulders and back. Okay, so now let's get picky. Which one bothers you more, the back or the shoulders? Which one's more annoying?
Mm, Lower back.
Oh, lower back. Okay, so and then from a scale from 1 to 10, um, 10 being really really annoying and one just a little bit there, what number would you give your lower back right now?
7.
A 7. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's work on that, and then also. Where do you like in regards to, let's just talk about money real quick, right? And that's everyone like freaks out when you talk about money, like let's be politically correct. But at the end of the day, it's like we need to like kind of like get the pedal to the metal and be like, what when you say the word money, what's the first thoughts that come to mind? Is it kind of like it's hard to make, or I make it but then I lose it real quickly, or I feel like I get overwhelmed making money. What is it for you, and like what has been your relationship with finances?
I didn't grow up with a lot of money,
Okay.
so it's I work really hard to have what I have now, and I feel like I've been very blessed with abundance.
Yeah.
But what bothers me is probably I'm raising children that don't know how hard to work for money.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't work hard, but it frustrates me that they may not value money the same as I do.
Okay. So may not value money as much as you do. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
So and then in regards to your personal finances, though, I know you said you've been blessed with abundance. Are
hmm
you still open to make more abundance, or are you, like I said, some people receive abundance, but then like things happen in their life where you have to like, oh gosh, that car needs a payment now, or dental stuff. It's like, man, I just had this. Like what is it for you, like your personal circumstances?
Um, I would like to be able to retire in 5 years, and we own 2 gymnastics facilities. And during COVID, it's not fun with all the different levels. So I would like to have a different source of income
Okay.
so I don't have to rely on others who determine whether I'm open or not.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So basically additional income. So I can just say, are there any abundance imbalances preventing you from making additional income? We can say that and see what your body says, and we can just remove some stuff over there. And it's interesting too. Lower back too tends to. They talk about how lower back has this symbolism of like finances. Like it's usually lower back feeling unsupported, or there's something going on, or it could be the fact that that you see your children the way they are. They don't, they take money for granted, but it's still some that has something to do with like feeling unsupported, because if they did value money, that would have them appreciate what you do, and things like that. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and just take 10 seconds real quick. We'll ask for some help. I know we did it earlier, but now that you're on the line, let's just do it again. Let's just take 10 seconds real quick, and then we'll get started. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so let's see here. So we are, okay, we're going to get started here, and let's see. Let's see what the first thing that shows up is. Okay, so it's circuits or systems, and let's see. And let me just put this. Okay, so there's some type of disconnection here, and yeah, there's a spirit to physical disconnection. Okay, so usually what this means is that some part of your spiritual body is not communicating with your physical body. This could be like a section of your body, like a certain part of your body, or it could be an actual organ or gland. So if I say, for example, is this like a section of your body, like perhaps your lower back? Your body says no. Okay, so I'm going to say, is this like an organ or gland of some sort? Your body said yes. Okay, so let's go back to the home page, and let's just see what we find here. It says circuits or systems, and in the systems area, And actually, yeah, it's in the urinary system. Let me just double check this real quick. Yep, it's the urinary system, and it is the kidneys. Yeah. So if you look at the kidneys, you might be like, what does that have to do with lower back? It actually says here, one of the common symptoms of the imbalance may include discomfort in the lower back, the mid back, lower side of the neck, sometimes TMJ as well. So let me just ask real quick. I'll make a note here. So it's kidneys, spirit to physical disconnection. So how connected is this? Let's see. 190, 80, 70, 60. 190, 80, 70, 60. More than 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're at 66%. Okay. So let's see if we can get that up to 100%. And then you can just sit down, relax. I'll tell you when to stand up and walk around, and then we'll check your lower back, see if it's moved a little bit here. Okay. So the first thing is there's some type of pathogen here. So let's see what this is. It's an energy of a pathogen. And let's see what we're going on here. Yeah, there's a bacteria energy here. So I'll say, is this because, is this like an inherited thing? No. Is this because you had the physical before? Your body said yes. So you had the physical before, but now it's gone away. All that's left over is sort of, quote unquote, the spirit of the bacteria energy. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this bacteria energy from you. Okay, so do you have this one anymore? Body says no. Okay, so 66, 70, 75. So now you're at 74%. So we're slowly moving the spiritual kidneys back into the physical. Let's see what else we find here. There's some type of energy here, something post-traumatic, and there's a physical emotional shock. So physical. So I usually call this the emotional sucker punch. Like something happens to you and just like boom, like whoa, didn't know that was going to happen. Let me see where this came from real quick. Let me see. It's around 33. So this is always give or take a year, Sharon. So it could be 34, it could be 32. Anything ring a bell around that time where maybe you were like really stressed about something or something kind of like surprised you? It was like, whoa, didn't know that was going to happen around that time, 33.
I was working in my own business of selling handbags and was one of the top producers, and then got an award and told, well, we don't need you anymore.
Oh man, what the? Okay,
Yeah.
it's terrible. Okay, so is there an associated imbalance below this? Your body said no. Is there something hidden? No. So I was just asking kind of like your body, is there something below that's kind of fueling this little shock you got? Your body's like, no, it's just a shock, but it's like stuck inside of you. It's supposed to go through you, but it got stuck. So I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this physical emotional shock. Okay, now, so are we at 74%? No, 74, 75, 80, 85, 90. Okay, so now we're at 88%. So we're right there. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, some type of energy. Something emotional here. And there's a compound here. There's a shared emotional compound. So what these guys are, it's like you feel two emotions at the same time, and it gets stuck in a ball of energy. But the question is, the interesting thing is you're sharing this with somebody else, So I'm going to say, is this with like a female? No, with a male. It's with a male. So there's some guy around you. Could have been your dad, could have been your partner, who knows. But I can find out what trapped emotions are stuck in this ball of energy. I'll say, how many trapped emotions are in this compound? One, two. Yeah, you just have two of them here. So let's see what this... what the first one is, real quick. Let me see. Okay, so the first one. There's like a dread. So let me see what the next one is. And self-abuse. So there's something that you were kind of like dreading, kind of dragging your feet a little bit, being a little bit hard on yourself. Let's see where this comes from. Let's see. 51, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 30, 20, 10. So it's when you were younger in your teens. Let's see, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's around 16 years old. Is there anything that you were kind of like dreading and kind of like being a little bit hard on yourself a little bit? Is this kind of like a home thing or a school thing, relationship thing? What's going on? Like kind of being too hard on yourself and dreading something, kind of around 16-ish.
Probably school.
School. Yeah, I think do the school at all. Bai says yes. Okay, and do you have a brother at all, or who was
6 brothers.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So let me ask this question: is this somebody at school at all? It's not. Is this home life? It is. Is it your dad? No, is it one of your brothers? So this is kind of funny. Actually, you felt this dread and self-abuse in school, and then you might have come home and then like your brother was around you or something like that, and then like they basically you shared it with them, so they have this dread and self-abuse too. If we wanted to be real nitpicky, I could find out how many brothers you shared it with, who was it specifically, but we don't really have to do that. So do we need to know more about this? Yeah, so your body's like, no, that's enough. So let's just go ahead and remove this dread and self-abuse. All right, so are we 88%? No, 88, 90, 95, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, cool. So now we're at 100%. So now I have the intention to reconnect the spiritual kidneys and the physical kidneys, make sure it's perfectly centered and functioning properly. So do me a quick favor, Sharon, go ahead and take a deep breath in real quick, and go ahead and walk around 8 or 9 steps. Just walk around a little bit, and then go ahead and check the lower back. Let's just see if it's moved a little bit, if it feels a little bit lighter, more relaxing.
Just the lighter. It is.
Cool.
It is
Yeah, so you said it was like a 7. What number would you give it now?
I would say it's gone.
Oh, gone. Okay, wow, cool. Yeah, see, I don't usually expect that. Usually, sometimes it goes down to a 2 or 3. But if I say, for example, is there something else still affecting this area? Your body's like, nah. Is there something hidden here? Yeah, okay, so you're talking to like a perfectionist here that even if you were at a 0, I would still double check to make sure there was nothing kind of holding you back there, and then that way it doesn't come back again. Does that make sense? Also, too, we obviously know the typical kidney issues. If someone drinks too much caffeine, or has to have their daily coffee, or maybe you're kind of like you take pain medications a lot, whatever. Obviously, those affect the kidneys, and then guess what? You'll start having again lower back pain. Dr. Brad's number one secret to people who had back pain, besides doing emotion code, was avoid coffee, because he says if you're the coffee drinker every single day, then you're going to affect the kidneys, and at some point it's going to like your back pain will start coming back. So just kind of a future thought there. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and check this abundance thing. I'll say, is there any abundance imbalances preventing you from making additional income? And your body said yes. Okay, so let's go have some fun with some abundance here real quick. Let's see what we find here. Okay, so the first thing that comes up is some type of energy here. Interesting. So something offensive here. What's this about? Okay, so it's a curse. Okay, and a lot of people freak out, like, oh my gosh, a curse. Who? And in my mind, I always picture like some voodoo person on the corner of like Popeye and Hollywood Boulevard. But the really what it is just someone who doesn't wish well upon you. And then they can send something to you, so their subconscious sends it to you, and if I say, for example, what type of curse is this? There's a couple of them in here. Let me see. Is this to create a physical symptom? Your body said no. Is this to interfere with something? It is. Is this growth? No. Success? Yes. Happiness? No. So it is to interfere with success. Okay. If I say, is this like an entity thing, like something from the other side just kind of just dropped it off and gave it to you? Your body said no. Is this a female? Actually, it is. Is this a male? No, it's female. Yeah, so it's a female. So this who knows? This could have been a jealous coworker, jealous boss. Who knows? Let me see when you got this real quick. Let me see. Is it 51, 50, 51, 50, 40? So it's pretty recent. 40, 41, 42, 43. It's around 42. So it's it's usually a give or take a year, like 43, 41. Anybody kind of ring a bell that, maybe a female that is jealous of you, or maybe is not supportive of what you do, or an in-law that maybe, maybe he's not going to show up at Thanksgiving. Anybody
There's
come?
a few.
There's a few.
There's
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So here's the thing. We're not going to call them out, but if I say, for example, do we need to know more about this? Your body says no. Let's just go ahead and remove this, unless you're curious and you're like, okay, there's 3 people that come to mind. Let me know these. I could actually tell you which one of those 3, but it's up to you.
Maybe privately, I would like to.
Okay,
but not
cool.
publicly.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and remove this curse here. Okay, do you have this curse anymore? Body says no. I've had 13 of these guys, these curses, and you'll be shocked at every time a curse leaves, like how much doors open up. It's like it's a pretty cool thing. Yeah, you'll notice it too. You'll be like, okay, this went a little too smooth than usual, or I didn't expect this phone call until 4 weeks from now. You'll notice, and you just have to journal it because you'll be like, wait a minute, like I did do a session 2 weeks ago. Like coincidence? Not a coincidence, you know. So let's see what else I find here. Okay, some type of energy here. Let's see what else we find. Okay, there's something offensive here. What's this about? Back to offensive. Okay, we have a post-hypnotic suggestion. Okay, so what this can cause is, so basically this is like a hypnotized statement. And almost like a record playing around you. Like could be like either your parents said something over and over again, could be video games, could be music. You know, that's why my sister, she kind of makes fun of that song where the girl is singing, Halsey is singing "I'm Bad at Love." You know, she always sings it differently. She says I'm great at love. Over her voice on the radio because she knows. I told her, I said, hey, be careful singing "I'm bad at love" because you're always going to have bad relationship problems because your body will start believing it 100%. So you have a post-hypnotic suggestion here. Let's figure out what type of suggestion this is real quick. Um, okay. Um, okay. So the first thing is I'm unworthy. Okay. And so let me see. Do you sometimes feel that way? Like from time to time, you're like, maybe I don't deserve this, or maybe you feel that way?
Yes, all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah. So if I were to meet with you in person, your arm would actually be strong. If I said, "Go ahead and say I'm unworthy," put out your arm. I'd push down your arm and it would actually be stiff. And you'd be like, "What the?" That means your body believes it like 100%. That's how strong these suggestions are. But I'm going to ask, is there something that's kind of fueling it? Because see, what'll happen is like, um, you know, um, maybe what happens is like you've heard from your mom and dad, like, well, I don't deserve this. Well, you don't deserve this. Well, like there's like something going on there, but then your body kind of calculated as I'm unworthy. So if I said, is there an associated imbalance below this? Your body said yes. So there's something kind of adding fuel to it, almost like adding gas to the fire. So let me see what this is real quick. Some type of energy. Um, oh wow. So there's something post-traumatic here. And yeah, another physical emotional shock. So again, one of those little sucker punches kind of is coming around here. So let me see what this one is all about. Let's see, 51, 50, 40, 30, 20. So it's in your 20s, 21, 22, 23. It's around 22. So anything ring a bell around 22 where you're kind of stressed out about something or something kind of shocked you, like, man, thought that was going to happen differently. Like, what's up with this? Like, like around 22-ish. It could be 23, it could be 21. I don't know if this is relationship, finances.
Yes. If I'm a good guesser, it was a relationship and someone committed suicide.
Oh no, okay. I'm sorry to hear about that. Okay, yeah, and so yes, this might be very interesting because was this your partner or was this just a friend?
Partner.
Partner, okay, yeah, and so did this partner always feel themselves kind of like unworthy a lot? Did they have kind of a
Yes.
unworthy? Okay, I wonder if it's you got it because of him. Let me see. So let me first go ahead and say, does this 22 have to do with him, this person here? It is, okay. And some of this suggestion influence come from him. It did. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove this physical emotional shock. I'm also going to remove this post-hypnotic suggestion of I'm unworthy. Okay, so do you release that one? And body said yes. Okay, good. So now your body doesn't, if you were to put your arm, say, I'm unworthy, your arm would go down. It doesn't believe that, which is good. And so I'm going to say, is there something else here we can release? Body said yes. Okay, so let's see. Let me release one more thing from you to kind of help you out here. Let's see, some type of energy here. Okay, something mental here. And okay, so you have a broadcast message. Okay, and so I'm going to just ask the audience real quick. What do you guys think about this session so far? What are your thoughts on this? Any input? Again, no judgment on no judgment on the guest here, but and I really appreciate you kind of coming out here. It's not easy to kind of like talk about these things, you know. For example, how long here? This is just kind of for future reference here. How long were you with that partner who unfortunately took their life? Like, how long were you with that person?
I was 18.
Oh, so 18. So basically 4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So it seemed like that's a pretty strong bond, I would say, you know. I would say, you know, this is something in the future, if you ever want to work on it, you can always say, I have complete peace with my partner that took his life when I was 22. And let's just see how much your body believes that. Let's see, 100% now, 190, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So we're at 23%. And if we want it to be really kind of like OCD about it, we can say it's 23 point what? 98765 987 987654321. So now we're looking at 23.472%. And this can go to the 100th decimal point. It's kind of crazy how your body like knows decimal points in the back of its hand. But you can obviously acknowledge that the subconscious, I mean, there's like so many things happening at the same time. It's like a whole other universe going on. How many blood cells need to go here? How many white cells here? How many, you know, it's like it's doing all this mathematics on like how to handle your system, you know? And so if you ever in the future, you're like, you know what, I think it's time for me to bury the hatchet with this and like finally have peace with it. You'll be surprised how this passing away could be affecting different parts of your life. And if we move it to 100%, you would, it's what psychologists always talk about, that you feel, I'm trying to remember the term, what it is. It's like, I can't remember the term, but it's something to the extent of like neutralizing. There it is. It's neutralizing your past. So they talk about that term, but they don't know how to do it without doing this. Like if they do this, you'll actually neutralize your past, and you'll just feel more peace about it. Make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's talk about this broadcast message here. This is the last thing I want to share with you. So broadcast message. This is a negative broadcast. The way that I like to talk about this guy is kind of like putting on a shirt, and your shirt says something like "kick me," and you're like, for some reason, people always kick me. Like, you know, so that's kind of what a broadcast message is. So there's a couple different ones here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to find it for you. Let me see. Which one is this one? Um, um, okay, so it's kind of like I hate myself. Yeah. So this is some form of self-abuse. And trust me, you might be like, where did that come from? But obviously, you can tell, like, if you have customers, you have people to work with, they'll be like, for some reason, I feel like this lady like doesn't like herself so much, you know? And then they'll act accordingly to that, which can affect your wealth, can affect your abundance, right? You don't want to have that shirt on. If you open up your shop, you don't want to have a shirt that says, I hate myself, right? But let me find out where this came from real quick. I'm going to say, is there an associated imbalance below it? And your body said yes. So this will be the really interesting part. It'll be like, what's fueling this? Let me just see something real quick. Let me go back here. Okay, something to do with energies. Yeah, there's a reverberation here. Let's see what this is. Yeah, you have an emotional reverberation. That's interesting. So it's kind of like, if you notice here, well, I don't know if you can see the screen anymore, but there's a bell. It's like ringing. So it's this ringing energy of an emotion. And we're going to find out what it is real quick. Let's just kind of go in here. Okay, what's the emotion that's reverberating there? Let's see. It's rejection. Yeah, so feeling rejected. Let me see where this comes from. Let's see, 51, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, more than 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So this is around 14. Anything ring a bell around 14 where maybe you either felt rejected or you were rejecting? Is this like a home thing, a school thing? What's going on? But it's kind of an emotional rejection, like something going on around that. What's the first thing that kind of rings a bell around that time?
My dad passed away.
Oh, your dad passed away. Okay, got it. Let's see. Were you and your dad very close, or?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I see anything to do with that at all. Okay, there we go. Bi says yes, and this could have, for example, this could have been a strong rejection of like this can't be true. Like, you know, like this can't be happening. You like reject an idea. That could also be that too, you know. But let's go ahead and remove this rejection here, this ringing energy there. I'll say, is there something else contributing to this, like sort of I hate myself? Body says no. And And let me ask this question here. Yeah. So is this as accurate as it could be? This I hate myself here. Yeah, your body said yes. So let's change that. What do you want to put in here? Do you want to put I love myself unconditionally? And
Yes.
you know, is that a good one? Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah. So let's do that. I love myself unconditionally. Let's just flip it on its back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove this I hate myself here. And let's go ahead and install a new one. So I just released that. I'm gonna install this new one. I love myself unconditionally. Right, did we install this new one? Your body said yes. So go ahead and take another deep breath in there real quick. And you might, and you know how like certain people might notice something differently about you. They don't know what it is. Really, what it is their subconscious is reading your new shirt that says "I love myself unconditionally," and you notice this. Like people want to hang out with other people who love themselves unconditionally. This is a fact. You're more of a light, right, than anything. So definitely, and hopefully over there you might even feel a little bit more calmer, more relaxed over there, a little bit lighter. How do you feel over there, just in general?
Calm and peace.
Yeah, it's a really cool feeling. I always, I don't want you to coin me on this, but it's like I feel like it's more of like a like sometimes like a melatonin effect. Like you took a quick little melatonin, but it is a very calm, peaceful feeling. And let's just see what this does with your abundance. Here's what I would do, recommendation wise, is with your kids, for example. I know they have like there's a book called Slight Edge for Teens. That would be a really cool book to for like to kind of because how young are they? How young are your kids?
They're not very young. I have twins that are 18 that
Oh,
just are their freshman year of college,
yep.
and a 22-year-old and a 23-year-old.
Okay. So my favorite book is like Slight Edge for Teens would be a really good one. Also another good one is Rich Dad Poor Dad for teens. That's another good one, so that they can kind of really appreciate like the difference between poor parents and rich parents and like what they had to do and all this. It just kind of gives a different perspective, you know. And one of my favorite books of all time that like really taught me about money and like how I didn't think, I didn't have good beliefs about money. You would probably even appreciate this yourself. Is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. That book rocked my world. That one is my favorite go-to book in regards to finances and having negative false belief systems. Is that one? That's my favorite one. So
Awesome.
yeah, so I would recommend. Those are all easy to read. Those are like even for myself. But you can recommend it to them, and that way you have third party kind of saying like, hey, this great healer that I worked with told me to give you this book, and I think you'd really appreciate it. He wished he would have read this book at your age, but he took too long in his life, to
I
read
mean,
that
they're
book.
stocking stuffers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, you can put it in there. Yeah. So let me know how you're doing also with the abundance too. I'll send you
Okay.
an email with your notes,
Okay.
and then what you could do is let me know like whatever you're doing to get more finances, maybe go after it like as if you've never failed. Like if you need to make a phone call or you need to like talk to someone or whatever you need to do to kind of increase in finances, and then see if it's a little bit easier. Like for some reason things kind of fall into place more. You know.
Okay.
So, do you have any questions at all about the session?
I think you're awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, happy healing over there, and then later on just message me your email address, and then
Okay.
I will email you your notes, and then just keep me updated on how you're doing.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, talk to you soon.
Thanks.
All right, guys. So glad you guys got to listen to that. I will be posting this on my YouTube channel, Compass Healing. So if you're not following me on Compass Healing, definitely you can subscribe there. I'm going to be putting all my 40 podcasts on there. Myra, who's the chief marketing officer of Inside Out Institute, she's like, hey, let me help you out with your podcast. I'm like, oh, I have 40 on there. So she's like, yeah, I'll help you out. So prepare to see 40 podcasts made into videos coming up really, really soon. So that will be on the Compass Healing. So definitely follow that. Okay, so definitely thank you guys so much for being on here. I'm glad you guys got to witness this, and I really hope that we see some improvement. And we'll circle back. Maybe I'll have Sharon on here some other time, and she can let us know how she's doing. So with that, love you guys. Take care. Thank you guys for being on here, and tag anyone that you think would appreciate learning more about this. Definitely tag anyone or share this with someone. You never know whose life you're going to change. And so with that, I love you guys. Take care. Bye bye.
Hey.
Hey.
So I have bronchitis.
Oh no.
Okay. So I'm gonna go pick up my prescriptions real quick and go get a spray.